Hey guys, welcome back to the Evan Plays channel. My name's Evan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make two different types of cactus farms. One's going to be pretty easy to make, and it's going to have less resources involved, but it's also going to be a little bit less efficient. The next one is going to have more resources, but it's also going to be more efficient. And they're both pretty easy to make once you get the idea, so let's get on with this video. Okay guys, so I started off by making this little collection system. This is not necessary for your exact farm, but you are going to need some sort of collection system. This is just what I set up in my creative world, just so that it would be easier to catch all the cactus. So for this starter cactus farm, you're going to want to place a block here. It doesn't have to be glass, but it looks better when it is glass. And then you're going to put sand, cactus, and then up here you're going to put another block, and then put a glass pane, and then break that block. So this is what it's going to look like. And that's actually the farm all done right there, but you're just going to make a bunch of these. And when you do make a bunch of these, you have to make sure to place them at least 2 blocks apart. So, because otherwise the cactus will, when it hits this glass pane, sometimes it flies off and lands on the other cactus, and then you lose that item. So you don't want to have a ton of lost items in here. So that you can also do this, but you can have glass panes be connected like that in the middle of the row. That way, it actually looks pretty cool like this, and it works the same way. The cactus will just fly off, and basically it'll just drop into the water. So if the cactus was right here, I would hit this glass block, and it would, okay, that was a bad example. It would hit the glass block, or glass pane, and fly off and go into the hoppers and then into the chest. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to set up a little system here. I'm going to put a bunch of these down on this half, and then I'm going to sit here for, I'm going to say 5 minutes and just see how much I get. It probably won't be too much, but it's a good representation of how much you will get. Okay guys, so I waited here for about 15 minutes, and you can see I got 20 cactus. That's pretty good. It's a little bit over 1 a minute. It's pretty good for this little farm here, and it's going to get you a lot in the future. And that's pretty much all you need at the start of your survival world. It would be like 1 a minute. So you just wait here for an hour, and you already have like probably 100 cactus. That's pretty good, because that's really all you need. You just need to make a couple dyes and stuff. So, but anyway, this next farm is probably going to be a lot more efficient. The way you start off is the same as the other farm, except instead of putting a glass plane up there, you put a piece of string next to the cactus, and not sand next to it. You put sand on top of it, and then you put cactus on top of that, and then you repeat it as high as you want. That's also what makes this more efficient, is that you can go pretty much infinitely high, like up to build limit, and then you don't need to add any more hoppers or anything. So you can pretty much have this farm go as high as you want, and you could have like 3 hoppers down there. So that's what makes this farm more efficient, is that it saves space, and it also makes a lot more. Now I know you might be asking, what wouldn't the cactus just go down onto this cactus here? Surprisingly, that only happens probably a quarter of the time, because there is 4 sides, so it would go off either side pretty much like 1/4 of the time. So if that happens a quarter of the time, it's not going to be a huge deal. And it's only on this top one, so this one will probably never go onto this cactus. This cactus right here won't ever go onto there, because there's a block here. So it'll go this way, or this way. So that's what makes this farm also more efficient, is that there's pretty much no way for any loss to happen. So then I can make this over here too. You want to go a little bit further away, probably like 3 blocks away, because they're going to be flying off the sides there. So I could do this again here, and I could just go up a long way and still get a ton of cactus. So the bad thing about this is that it requires a lot of string, which is a hard thing to get, because it's hard to farm spiders. So this is a kind of a hard thing to get, but if you get a lot of wool, actually you can't turn wool into string. What am I talking about? So anyway, yeah, the only way you can get string is by trading with villagers or by farming spiders. So that's what makes this a little hard to do in survival. Also, it's kind of hard to build in survival, because you have to be standing on cactus and like crouch and get the string and put it on the side there. So it's kind of hard to build in survival, but once you are able to build it, you can use scaffolding too, which would be really useful. But once you are able to build it, it's totally worth it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to AFK from. I'm actually going to take all these cactus farms out, and you can see this loss right here, is that it goes on top of the cactus there. So I'm going to take all these out and see how efficient this is within 15 minutes, and then we'll see how it goes. Okay guys, so I've been here for 15 minutes again, probably actually a little bit more, which is a little bit unfair, but I got 49 out of that, and that's with 12, I think, yeah, 12 cacti here, and I had 10 over here. So that's pretty good for a 15-minute session, and this is like one of the industrial farms that you'd see on big, like the Hermitcraft server and stuff like that. Probably not really your ideal cactus farm. I would say the easy one over here would probably be better. But this is still a really good farm, and you can see it's still producing cacti as I'm sitting here. And look, that's the one thing that I was talking about, was this one problem here, where it gets just on this cactus. That's the only problem cactus is right there. And one way that you could actually fix this would just be to... Okay, that was an accident, but you could just put a block there. That way it wouldn't fly on top of any of these other ones. So, this farm is actually really good, but I do think this one would be probably the one that I would build in my survival, and the one that you would build in your survival. So I hope you guys like this video, and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any more content like this, and make sure you like the video to show your support, and leave a comment to tell me which video you want to see next, and I'll see you guys next time.